is Miss Bubbles, and today we are going to have a Bubbly Love Workshop. What a Bubbly Love Workshop consists of is us free in our expression, breathing, meditating, doing yoga, dance and movements, music, instruments, theatrical performance, and art. And through these different channels, we channel our highest self and we express freely. Let's get started. The way that I enjoy, that I like to start off any class, any performance, just essentially a day, is with positive affirmations. The reason why I like to focus on positive affirmations is because the words we say have the power to become our realities. So if we say that we are sad, chances are we will be sad and we will get more into that sadness. However, if we affirm that we are happy, right? Even if you're feeling down, eventually you consistently reciting those words have the power to uplift your mood, to uplift your vibration, to essentially make you feel better. So it's not about lying to ourselves or saying something that you don't feel, because I've had others say that to me before, like, well, I don't feel happy right now, so why am I saying I'm happy? Well, we want to say the things that we want to see for ourselves. For instance, if we're talking about finances, and we, for instance, are in worry about like a bill, then we don't want to say the words like we're broke, right? We want to say I am abundant and I trust that I have everything I need to accomplish what I need, okay, to do my best in this world. Now we're not going to do this. We're going to talk about it. Okay. Peace and love, peace and love. Whew. There have been so many different things going on, and excuse me, true word, get it out. Give thanks and gratitude. So I feel like my body is like, all right, you about to get into this stuff. Let's get out all of the ego, all of the toxins, all of the shit, all of the crap, okay? So that I'm speaking from a place of my higher sacred intelligence, my higher wisdom. So essentially, there has been so many different things going on in the universe, in the world, in the stars, in the sky, in the breeze, and I feel called to speak up, and I feel called to be a voice that expresses to the collective consciousness that you are not alone. Those feelings of fear and doubt, fears and doubts. Fears and doubts, let it out, let it out. Fears and doubts, let it out, let it out. Fears and doubts, let it out, 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 let it out. I trust in me, 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 I trust in me. I'm everywhere I got to be. So I am a person who enjoys other people's company. However, I really, really cherish as well that solitude. And it's not really one over the other, but I feel like if I was to put it in a sequence, it would be solitude first. And the reason being is because when I'm in my solitude, I'm able to gather my thoughts, the ones that are truly mine, and separate from the ones that are not. I am able to journal and write down my feelings and emotions and the messages that come to me, and I'm able to sit with them and reflect upon them, and it helps me to feel better. It helps me to feel grounded in my truth and my purpose. It helps me to feel free within my throat chakra to express myself. Solitude helps me to be of more value to others when I am in their presence with my essence as I raise my vibrations and work on myself. I can help others more because I am helping self first by not being selfish but selfless. Selfful, being selfful, so much so that my cup is filled and overflowing, and I can help and pour it upon others, but not from a halfway full or empty cup, or no cup at all. We must balance everything that we do. We must balance everything that we consume. We must balance our thoughts, our mental. Meditation helps. Deep breathing, going out into nature, talking to the trees helps. Not talking helps. Moving, taking a walk, stretching, releasing, crying, dancing. Dancing releases a lot of built up tension. It does it in this way that happens so majestically that it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like we're doing something against our being, like sitting down at a desk for hours. Our bodies are supposed to move. I realized that being in an environment full of fear starts to affect me, and I find myself in fear. And I wonder how I got here. Because I know that the real me sees past all it is be. For real. And the challenge and the mission and the motivation is to stay grounded no matter where I am. Learning to find peace within self. Learning to find happiness and content within every part of the journey. Learning to find happiness and content within every part of the journey. Learning and accepting that there is no destination but an infinite abundance of love and experience. Learning that I do not have to be perfect to feel that I am worthy. Learning that through mindfulness and breath, I can make things more simple for myself. Learning that complexity is not what we were necessarily intended for. The simple things in life are the most beautiful. The simple things in life are the most beautiful. The simple things in life are the most fruitful. Learning that I am one with nature, and that the beauty that I see and admire is the beauty that is inside me. Learning that the yearning is an egotistical frame and mindset connected to attachment and ownership and lack. Needing for something outside of yourself in a society where we were taught validation from everything outside of ourselves, not validating our own. That was a bug that got blue in it. Spirit keeps showing me how we move in it. Who told me to be fearful of bugs? And yet, I walk with my head up when I'm passing a dog. Shit, he probably got some more demon-like stuff. But you see, we was taught some next shit, boy. Now they play us for a sport. I could never come up short. I got everything I need. I'm a goddess. And I'm an artist. And I'm a seed, and I'm a stem, and I'm the leaves, and I'm the flower, and I'm the petals. And I'm the essence, and I'm the rainbow, changing up my angles, moving around my ankles. Peace and love. My name is Miss Bubblesz, and I would love for us to do some movement today. I want to talk about movement for a second. So I want to say that for a while, growing up, I did not have the most self-confidence when it comes to my body. And honestly, when I think about it, it started around high school, around like 14-ish, when it was like this big transitional period, and a lot of my friends around me had these shapely features, and that was a thing for the guys, and I felt like I was always put in the friend zone because I was just like the cute girl, the little sis, but I wasn't desirable because I didn't have those shapely, womanly curves that the boys that I liked desired. And really just the boys around me, even the ones that I looked up to as family members. And I used to wear fitted clothing, and I realized that conditioning started to manifest into me wearing baggier clothing, and I didn't even realize that I began to hide myself. And I specifically remember being sexually active with someone when I was around a teenager, and the very next day I knew I was going to see them, and I dressed like a boy. Like, I remember, like, I legit had these only like this one pair of shorts from Old Navy, like those cargo shorts, the men ones, and I wore those. And I wore, like, I didn't really have baggy shirts, but I found me a baggy shirt. No, I have baggy shirts to like go to sleep in, but I ended up wearing one of those, and I just didn't want to be looked at in that way. It's like I was ashamed of my body, ashamed of being sensual, of sexual, of sex in general, because I wasn't taught about sex. Instead, I was told not to get pregnant, and I was told to use protection whenever I do decide to become sexually active. And in doing those things without the knowing, but learning through experience, I realized that it was a lot of shame, and questioning my self-worth and putting my value and my self-worth on my body, and that manifesting into transactional relationships with men, with people, with family. Like, if you can't do something for me, then I don't have anything to give you. Or I will give you this because you do this for me. I feel like I'm supposed to share my body with you because you're nice to me and you make me feel good, and I don't have that own emotional support consistently. And in that experience, what's just helped me so much, oh my gosh, is yoga and stretching and dancing and getting back into movement. When I was a little girl, I used to, like, my friends used to come over my house, and I would do like dances. Like, a lot of times it was like Jamaican dances. Like, I remember doing the hot walk, like, first of all, we was mad young, son. Hot walk. But, like, around those times, like, Dutty Wine and all them sitting there. And, I was really into dancing, and it was a point where I used to go to a lot of parties to dance, and I was, like, known for dancing. And that's essentially how I became pretty popular, was because I used to dance. And yes, I was friendly as well, but I feel like that was like something that I remember making a lot of friends because I was dancing. And that's like males, females, all types of people, DJs. And I don't know when I stopped dancing. It's like I started becoming ashamed of my body and embarrassed because of the different experiences that I had with men throughout the years, and feeling like there was a point when I had relationships with men, or we would have relations. You know, they would have babies right after, like it was like back to back, and it was like cheating and lying and all of these things that at the time I hadn't experienced, as far as me doing that to someone in that way. Like, well, I don't have any children, and at those times I didn't have experience of stepping out of a relationship. But then, like, when I really think about it, it was always like challenging for me to be with one person and to like actually like that one person, because it's like I would like a person for a week, and then after it was like, nah, you whack, you boring, like you're not stimulating me. And that's the thing, it's like in a world full of so much overstimulation, and being like sensitive as myself and just what my path is to be, my power and my energy in essence is already a lot. Fire, essentially. And learning how to balance out that fire, and instead of just looking for more fire until you get burned out. So like with stimulation, when it comes to things like sex, when it comes to things like weed and alcohol, and over consuming what we're eating, and eating without mindfulness, not masticating our food, not loving ourselves enough to feed ourselves vitality, feed ourselves life, not listening to our bodies, learning how not to listen to our body. Like when I had experiences with men that didn't feel good, but it felt good. It didn't feel good in my heart, but it felt good in my ego to know that I had somebody to go and lay with and pillow talk with. That dependency energy, learning to compromise my body, and then in turn not loving my body as much as I should have and should and will, and now always will, with intention and mindfulness and gratitude and grace, and the release of shame, the release of fear, the release of doubt, and forgiveness, forgiving myself for all of the experiences that I've had with my body, for all of the experiences that were taken from my body. So yoga and movement, so also me going plant-based, I was already slim, and I grown up with this false image that I was supposed to be thicker, and that was womanly, that's what would be desirable, not realizing that these were desires of others outside of myself, because I never thought about being skinny. I never thought about body shapes. I just thought about people and energy and how they made me feel. And if you made me feel good, then I'm happy, and I'm gonna be around you, and I'm gonna affirm you and not judge you, and be compassionate with you and be there for you and tell you you're pretty and you fire. And in that, when I went plant-based in 2019, Prior to that, I was a D cup in my breast. And that was one of the things I was most proud of because it made me feel womanly. It satisfied my ego. It satisfied that part of me that did not feel worthy. And it satisfied that lust, that energy of feeling wanted from others in lust and in ownership. So it made me feel sexy because I didn't before. And I even prayed for titties. That's a real story. I asked God, can I have titties for high school so that I could feel wanted? Because I didn't feel wanted. And I felt like in high school, it was going to be all this competition with the bodies, and I was never going to find me, my Prince Charming. And when I went plant-based and my breast dissipated, what is it? When I went plant-based and I lost more weight, it was denial at first about my breasts and everything, and I'm like, is this right? Especially listening to others outside of me about me losing weight. But I remember that I did this because of how it made me feel. And I remember my connection to spirit again. I remember me having a dream again. And growing up, I've always been very connected to my dreams. And they tell me messages. And I remember doing a 7-day vegan challenge, which inspired me to become plant-based. And I was just doing it for fun, and I loved it. And yeah, so I just continued it. And throughout the journey, I've started to accept that my body is gonna be my body. I'm a slim girl. It is what it is. Then I would find myself having fun with my body and thinking about, okay, well, what can I do? What are the strengths of my body type? And then I would find myself squeezing in between gates and different things and climbing. And then I started doing yoga and stretching and realizing how flexible I was, and remembering that I was always flexible as a little girl, that I was always into cheerleading and gymnastics, and I used to put my leg all the way up to my head and just stretch every day so that I can practice learning how to do a split, which I eventually did get to because I was consistent. And stretching and yoga and doing headstands all over again, telling myself I'm going to be consistent starting in Africa, it just helped me love my body all over again. Oh my gosh, the things I can do. Even when I would take pictures, I would make these sigils and shapes and numbers, and spirit would be connecting with me through my body. And it's the connection that I have for me, the messages for me, with me, through me. And it just brought me so much power, so much strength, so much self-love, so much value. Because realizing I'm fucking infinite. How was I trying to count before? Why was I trying to compare? Why was I trying to hide in a shell when my eccentricity is my electricity? The things that make me different, the fact that I do so many different things is the reason why I can connect with so many people, is the reason why I can share so many stories, is the reason why I am so many things. And I embrace that. I embrace all sides of myself. I embrace all parts of myself. I embrace my anger. I embrace my sadness. I embrace my happiness. I embrace my excitement for life. I embrace my craziness. I embrace me. I am free. I am whole. I got everything I need. I am gold. I reach for my goals. Everything I see for myself is already there. I just gotta put my arm out and reach and bring it to me. It's no force, it's just trust. It's just breath. One love. It's just us. I'm so happy right now. I love you so much. Like, yo, I want to speak more. And it's so many things to say. And I release trying to be perfect. And I release the idea that everybody has to agree with me. Where'd you get that one from, man? Like, bruh. Nobody's ever gonna agree with everything you gotta say, bruh. Like, that's just not even realistic. I just want to be true. I just want to feel and allow myself to feel and express. So if I have videos that I'm like angry and like, you know, there's a little ego there or whatever, like, yo, listen, we all human, we all doing our best, but guess what? I'm always gonna do my best to come from a place of love, and I'm always gonna do my best to share what my truth is to be through my own experience, not just from what I read, but from what I feel, truly, like feel. That's my strength. I feel things, and I see things in a different way. Sometimes I really see things, but I mean, like, I see things. I can see the light inside of people, and I can also see the other side, and I can help. As I balance myself, I can help you balance yourself by showing you how I'm doing it for me. Yo, we all got a role. We all got a part. None is more important than the other. We supposed to just be and supposed to do like what's in our calling, and then it'll like interconnect like the tree of life. The beauty, the wisdom, the mercy, the severity. Oh my gosh. I don't know all of them by heart. I'm still practicing. But I do know them by heart. Because they're in my heart. Because it is me. I'm so happy y'all experienced this epiphany with me. Maybe we should be calling this like epiphanies or bubbles. Like, or you know what? That's the thing. We always want to call it something in this world, and like, you know, gotta brand ourselves and all this jazz. You know what? This is just gonna be called free. Free with Bubblesz. Hey, do you want to get free with Bubblesz? Come talk to me, man. Let's fucking do it, man. Let's do some stretches, bro. I am a star. I am infinite. I am gratitude. I am love. I love me. I am a butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. I am a butterfly, but I sting like a bee. We're gonna go out like a cross, then we're gonna kick across. A 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, gonna do the other side, because whatever we do to one side, we must do to the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down. Now we're gonna get those legs, those knees, those legs, those knees, those trees. We're gonna get those knees moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm thinking about my root chakra. I'm thinking about my bark, okay? If I'm thinking about me being a tree, right? So I'm connecting my feet with the infinite spirit that's in the ground, okay? Think Naruto vibes. Think like the shape of like your veins and all of that. Think about like that shape, right? And like rainbow energy pouring out like under the floor, under the ground, coming up through the grass, into your feet, into those veins, into that root chakra, okay? And we're gonna pivot, pivot, all that build up, pivot, pivot. Actually, something just came. So no, we're gonna stomp. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then in, out, 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 out, in, 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 down, up, 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 down, up. All around, 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 all around. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. I really got it going on. Yo, ask my moms. Yo, ask my pops. I am so hot. On the block. I'm in the Bronx. You already with the funk. Get the people what they want. Not dance. Not dance. Not dance. Let's move. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's move. Let's move. Let's move and get into it. Do it.